What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Poolside Chat. My name is Todd, and let me tell you, there is no rest for the wicked. We just got back yesterday, Wednesday, from the, pick which finger here, the USAPL National Championship in Las Vegas, and man, was that an experience. First off, we did play some 8-ball. Team did pretty darn good. Which actually, if you guys haven't been there, let me explain the format. You play a round robin, so you're guaranteed 5 matches. From there, they take the top half of the field and put you into a single elimination bracket. Now, I say top half, there's like 248 teams, and I think they put 128 into the bracket, so basically half. Depending on whether you won, you lost your match, then they also even had a point average. I didn't go look at the average because we actually qualified for the first round, went ahead and played it, and I'll just give away the hint here. We ended up losing the first round of 8-ball. I was kind of really hoping to get through it, but what do? It's over. But with that said, I do already have the matches saved. One of them I got to strip from Facebook, the second video, so I got to work on that. But the first one that we're going to be getting into with Brendan here, I am a 566 Fargo. He was a 569. This guy must be new to Fargo rated things because when they qualified for Nationals, he was a 515. And in that, I don't know what, month or two from when they qualified to being here, he jumped up from a 515 to a 569. That is insane and very good shot. But while I was in Vegas, when we're going to go ahead and we'll get into 10-ball when we get to those matches, but while we were in Vegas, I might have received my first batch of Poolside Chat shirts. And if you didn't just notice a second ago when I raised my hand, we've got gloves. I'm still working with the vendor. This is the first shipment. There's a couple small tweaks I might be making to them, but size-wise, they're going to be equivalent to like a medium. That's what I wear with the Q-Tech, the Predator, those kind of gloves. So if that's what you wear and you're interested, let me know. It does have the logo on there. Open fingertips, which I like. It's a very breathable material underneath. A little bit of, it's a kind of a smoother rubber grip to keep your palm there. But I'm overall pretty impressed. Like I said, there's a couple maybe little tweaks I might be making to it, but the top is extremely breathable. Big old Velcro strap you can see here. It's gonna stay put. I'm excited to get to using this one, but you know what? For now, let's take this guy off. I don't need to be wearing it. But yes, I also have t-shirts. It's a, kind of see it here. Whoa, look at that. Green screen is gonna wash it out. But yeah, which actually that's yellow. Not sure why it's doing that. The blue of the water, pick a finger, Todd. Yeah, the blue of the water came out a little bit light, so I'll be making some tweaks, but man, super comfortable, super comfortable material. The sleeves are a little extra long, which at first I thought felt kind of weird, but man, I was wearing the shirt today, kind of like it. I've got a couple in size large, quite a few in XL and 2XL. So if you guys are interested, let me know. I'm still working out pricing, but it's just, I only got a couple. I think I got 15 t-shirts, 13 gloves. I'm keeping one of the gloves. So 12 gloves. You have to let me know if you guys want one. But you know what? Like I said, so much stuff going on. I'm excited. Let's get into this first video here. We're going to be playing Brendan. All right, just a little bit of a glitch on my computer acting weird there, but all right. So let me give you a little precursor because you do see I'm already into the match, but I had a little bit of a trouble. This is our very first match out there. I was trying to figure out how I was going to record it, and I decided at first I was only going to record my single match. Well, I have an app. It's a brand new one that just came out. I was trying to get it figured out, and in the middle of setting it to record and getting it going. We'd already started the match. I went back to double check, like, man, I should just put eyes on it just to make sure. And guess what? It came up with an error. So it wasn't streaming. So I said, you know what, real fast, I changed the phone over to just record. I'm just going to record it, post it the way I normally do, and I'll figure out how to live stream the rest of the events. So with that said, if I remember correct, I won the lag. So we did lag for the first break, alternate break after that. But in the round robin format that I did not explain earlier, it is 3-rack format. Whatever opponent you play, I don't care your handicap, I don't care your Fargo, does not matter. You play 3 racks. Most of the time, it seems like most of the teams kind of paired people up by your rating, but if you ever threw off on someone, then you're hoping your higher handicaps can destroy the next people down the road. You know, but for the most part, you kind of stay similar to where you're at, which is why you can see 569 to my 566. And yeah, so we're only going to be doing 3 racks. This particular one is a little bit late. I did break, run a couple, and ran, as you can see, kind of most of the rack being solids, and had the error, got it back up and running. Regardless, let's get into it. You can kind of see me if I remember correctly. Yeah, I guess it was already up there. So this is Brendan, and he is striped, so he's going to go ahead and start with the 10 ball just because he's going to be able to cue it a little bit easier. Whoo, he tried to get that 8 ball, didn't he? But we are playing USAPL, and it is called Pocket, not HPA, not Ultimate, so his match is over. And as you can see, it's pretty wide open here. So I'm going to go ahead, take the 7 ball here. There we go. Let's take the 5 because that's going to be able to leave that 2 ball as my key ball, just because that cue ball just stays on that right side of the table, gives you that little bit easier 8. Just kind of a little bit of a stun shot. Let's go and center up this guy. Now I left myself pretty straight, so it's just going to be a little bit of a load. Just stop it. 14-3. Never mind. Take that back. He actually broke. I ran a few, and then that's where we landed. So it's standard USAPL rules, nothing out of the ordinary. 14 for the win. Loser gets whatever points are there. Being a tournament, you see, I am not picking up a ball. I'm not going to risk it. Just going to leave it there. I'll pick up the template if something gets opened up. Not going to hassle. Not going to hassle with it. Man, look at these team shirts. Custom jerseys I had made. And you'll see as the videos go on, I actually have 3 different custom jerseys made. So, you know, we're there for 7 days. I don't want to be the stinky team wearing the same shirt every day. Because we were there for 8 ball and 10 ball. So you can see I'm just doing a real quick walk around, trying to gauge like yes, I'm going for stripes. I'm going to start with that 14. But, you know, yes, I could start with solids, but there's that 3 ball is too thin to go on the side. These are predator tables. I'll get into my opinion on those in another video. But for this, I was like, let's go ahead. I tried to roll forward a little bit, get that 13 so I can open up the 11. So I think that's what I'm going to be shooting here now. Let's go and put just, looks like it's just a straight top. Yeah, I had that 7 as a backboard, and look at that. I didn't hit it hard enough. Technically, I opened up the 11, but it doesn't go anywhere. And then all I did is kind of hook myself on the 15 and the 9. So I don't have a lot here. Plus, I already knew he was a good shot. Yes, you saw him miss a pretty wide open 10, but other than that, I could tell he was a good shot with that. So I had to figure out something. He's got too many balls spread everywhere. It's going to be very, very tough to pull a safety. Because that 6 ball does go by the 15 to the top right. That was kind of the reason I didn't just play safe here. So I was trying to punch that 9 or punch that 11. Let me back up here for 2 seconds. I was trying to actually, you can see the way I'm aiming right there. I'm trying to punch that 11, just glance off the 3 and get it to go that direction. So I'm just trying to play a bit of a carom. Full table. Super easy shot. I'm sure you guys all saw it, right? And I was nowhere near. I'm still checking. Nope, sorry, man. Still there. All right, so now we're going to get our first real look at Brendan here. I'll wait for another video, but I will get into just my overall experience. I will say it was very, very positive. A couple negatives that had nothing to do with my opponents. But again, I'll get into that in future videos. Just wanted to hurry up and get this one out here. So that shot right there, he kind of backed that one up, which he didn't need to, because personally, I wouldn't pull that back. I would be rolling this forward for the 3. But, you know, or you could roll up for the 4, but he decided to pull back a little bit. I don't like being that close to my work, just because that aim point gets a little bit funky. But here he goes. So he did hold on, ran into the 3 to hold the ball. Luckily, I'm not sure if he was intending to. Doesn't really matter when you're a good shot. And look at this, just a little out of whack all over. I like going for the 3 ball. I'm just going to leave it straight top, basically exactly where my dot is here. Let's center it up a hair. But yeah, I'm just going to go right there. Just roll it to where it comes to the other side. Take that 5 ball to the top left. This is all about speed. And these are the Predator tables with Predator cloth and the Predator balls. So, which the balls play very good. I just was not a fan of the wiped its feet on that 5. I wasn't a fan of the brown on the 7 and 15. It was, I made the, like we were joking, it was kind of the diarrhea balls. It was just the wrong color in my opinion. But regardless, Brennan had a very good out there. Got an 18-17 alternate break. So this is rack number 3 of 3. This is all we get. Gotta pull this one out. Look at that. What do you make? Made 1 stripe, 2 solids, and they both look really, really good. Let's get his hand out of the way there. Looking at this, it's kind of hard to say no to either one. You know, the solids, you could say a bit of a problem with that 1-6. But starting right out of the gate, it looks like that 1 ball goes to the right middle. So that right there opens you up. It gives your opponent 1 ball as opposed to 2. But on the other hand, stripes don't look bad either. You could start with the 9. You've got a really good start there. But depending on your placement after the 9, you might have to go with like a little bit of high right, because you're going to want to get around that 7 and then get yourself somewhere where you can split up that 13, 12, 10, kind of move those open or make 1 and just kind of open things up. With that said, I think if this was me shooting, I'm going to start with that 1 ball and then just pick them apart. So yeah, he pointed right there. So he is going to go ahead and start with the 1. I'm going to hit this pretty soft to be able to hold it for the 5. He sends it all the way up table, which I am perfectly fine with, because these tables were fairly fast, especially day 1. They were running pretty quick. I'm not a huge fan of that shot. I think that was just a little overdone. I'm just going to, if you want to just pull straight back, take the 5 into the same pocket, and then come down table. You know, so instead, now he's come all the way back down here, which I get, we're on a bar box. It's not a huge table, but pattern wise, you're just kind of going back and forth and everything. And I'm not a huge fan of the way this played out, but you still got the 6, still a little stop shot here. That leaves you the 5 to the top right. And then when you make the 5, you're just putting straight top. Ooh, you gotta be careful of that draw. You're not trying to get behind it. You're just going to send this straight top. He puts a little bit of high left around it. As long as your speed gets around the 11, you are good. This is a very nice break and run. I remember thinking when it was going on, I'm like, his pattern just, even though he's a fantastic ball pocketer, he just kind of seemed like he was forcing it just a little bit too much. Got a break and run? Well done, man. That is 31-19. He took me down pretty easily. But like I said, man, let's just back this up right here. Right there. If you take that 7, draw straight back, then you have the 5 into the same pocket. Pretty soft, smooth, roll it forward just a little bit. Let me steal the red dot for 2 seconds here. You just roll that cue ball up right here. Now you've got the 6 into the low left. Again, just roll the ball forward. You know, if you underdo it, if you leave yourself about right here, then you just hit a stun shot to bring the cue ball back over. If you go a little bit too far, straight top, take it off the right rail, bring it back over. Like, this is not a hard pattern, but I don't know. I just kind of thought he kind of made himself work a little harder than he needed just with this shot right here. And maybe he was trying to go around because it's a slight angle. Maybe he was trying to get a stop right there. And then he was like, you can kind of see his demeanor. Maybe he was kind of like, wow, I kind of put a little bit too much on it. And maybe he just, you know, recalculate the pattern for at that point. Okay, well, if that's the case, then go ahead and take the 2. Seeing that, even that shot, I probably would have hit that one with high right, get up table to take the 5. Then you got the 6 to the low left pocket, roll forward for the 8 to the bottom right. Just, you know, there's 1,000 ways you can skin a cat. I understand that, but regardless, there's different ways of doing it. That's not how the way I would have done it, but sometimes you just gotta make do with what you got. And man, Brendan, excuse me, shot very well. Not to mention teams wearing the side pocket apparel. Buddy of mine, Ruben, who I got to reconnect with out there in Vegas, and I own a couple of his jerseys. So regardless, man, great play, great out. Oh, what this thing is just acting up on me. My computer's all weird tonight. So let's just get right here. There we go. 1931. What do you do about it? With that said, I've got some more matches. We're going to be here for quite a while. These round robin matches are fun, quick, fast, 3 racks. We're going to see how this goes. Most of the other streams, if you want to see the whole event, please go to my Facebook page. Go ahead and subscribe to it, or follow it, excuse me, wrong verbiage. Go ahead and follow my Facebook page. You can go to live. You can see all the events. Any of the round robin, I do have both tables shown, so you can watch my whole team's matches. I did use a scorekeeper app, Sport Cam, and I did it by rack, not by ball count. That was going to be way too much. So I just did rack count. 3 racks by 5 people. There's 15 racks. You can see at the end who got how many racks. Kind of cool way to do it. So if you want to see it, go do it. And you know what? Do me a favor. If you like it, if you like my content, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe on YouTube. And if you go to Facebook, if you do follow me and you enjoy what I'm doing there, write me a review. Let people know. I got 1 review on there right now. I'd like to get a lot more. And maybe that gets more people to watch and follow along, do all the Facebook stuff. And again, you guys are interested in some t-shirts or a Poolside Chat glove, let me know. Email me, poolsidechattodd@gmail.com, or message me through Facebook or Instagram, Poolside Chat. Guys, thank you so much. Oh, man, I'm so excited. We got so much good content. You're gonna want to follow along. Thank you so much.